bitch, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards.
Block now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Ready, set.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's more on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check out. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Raider first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
He's not going to get me. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Slam, slam, slam.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Zuerlein pulled it. Zuerlein pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
To throw it is Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike 58 right there. Tackles, tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Go 50 extra, Mike. Let's get Watch time, watch time.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
15-9. Pick your game up.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. He's got his tight end fail. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
On 1st and 10, here's Lock. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 3-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Lock to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Blink under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The kick by Maher is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
A gain of 14. First down, Raiders.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throwing is Jackson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
54 miles. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Clock now on first down. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Coming to you.
From midfield, here's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Hey, Alpha.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Mike's 47.
To throw is Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
At the 40-yard line.
Break. 58, the money. We got it.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
18, Gator.
2nd and 6.
Hey, cut his right. Watch cut
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All
day.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down,
They're running that.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. And that's caught by Smith. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Lock. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. From the gun on 3rd down. Lock. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the gun on third down. Lock. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Check line 54. Line 54.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Denver, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll